Power of choice is probably one of the most unrecognized and most powerful powers we have as human beings. The reason for that is that our ability to own our choices in life, no one else can do that for us. So for me, the power of choice is navigating my life based on my truths. When I come to a decision point, my power to choose for me as opposed to choosing for you or someone else, I own that. No one else can do that for me. And it really simplifies my life down to a very binary experience, because does that choice support my truth or not? If it's a yes, then I make the choice to move that direction. If it's a not, then I choose not to. It simplifies it, because if it's grounded in who I am, in my truth, I can't go wrong. That's an amazing power to embody. It helps me guide myself when life is hard. When things suck, I have to come back to ground, which is my truth, and I make a choice based on that. So the power of choice is the ability to navigate life authentically based on my truth is who I am. People come to me because they say that they're stuck. Stuck can be stuck in a relationship. Stuck can be in a pattern. And that's really what they are. They're patterns of behavior. It's a belief that the way I've been living the life is the way I'm supposed to live it, and not having the awareness, the self-awareness to understand that there's another option, another possibility. Getting unstuck is a process of looking in and redefining what that unstuck might look like, and helping, once we articulate it, then we work towards manifesting it. I speak a lot about, the old narratives. The old narratives are narratives that we have been told about ourselves, not necessarily something that we own. We carry these old narratives from family, from friends, from just other relationships. We carry those narratives in life, and then we haven't necessarily made it our choice they're not necessarily our choice. So understanding and recognizing those narratives, and then, in a sense, the process is learning how to drop them if they're not serving our higher good. And that's getting unstuck, is in a sense learning to drop the narratives. Narratives are an interesting concept that a lot of people don't really understand, because we've been living with them our whole lives. So a narrative, in my mind, is something that we've been told to believe. There are all sorts of narratives. There's religious narratives, political narratives, family narratives. Those are the ones that I think we mostly work with, because family narrative that I might have is, Stephen's such a comedian. He's such a funny guy. Well, the unspoken narrative in that is, Stephen needs attention. Stephen turns to being funny in order to be noticed in his life. Stephen grows up believing he's a funny guy, because that reinforcement is, that's how Stephen gets affection or attention, adoration. So the narratives are this, in a sense, the baggage that we carry with us without even knowing it. Recognizing narratives is understanding your story. By sharing your story, we can start to, in a sense, dissect it a little bit and ask those questions. Does that belong to you? Is that yours, or is that someone else's? Did someone give that to you? And so in that narrative, if it's something that's not authentic to you, we start to realize, how is it impacting our lives? How does that narrative impact my life and my relationships? How I think about my confidence, how I perform as a human being in society. I'm an athlete. I've been in the business world. It's very important to me to create a very simple and powerful method. Core Truths is structured in order to help people move from where they are to where they choose to be. It's a tool to help you ultimately learn how to coach yourself. You learn these tools in order to move forward without me. My job is to work myself out of a job. But you can only do that if you are ready to do the work. Your choice to change is a choice to wake up. My role is to help you learn how to stay awake. And in doing that, you are enabling yourself to live the life you're choosing to live. First thing I would ask you is, are you ready to change? And this goes back to the concept of choice. If you're not ready, if you're not at quote unquote the bottom, I can't help you. But if you're ready to, and you're willing to do the work, you're willing to go deep, then I can help you. In a sense, I'm a mirror. As a mirror, I help you see yourself from a different perspective. And in that process, we're going to reveal your story for you to see. And then through the process of Core Truths, we build out from there. But it takes work. If I'm going to ask anyone anything to do, it's to commit to that work. Because again, without it, no one can help anyone.